Thank you. Thank you. Adam. Can somebody get Adam under control? I'm going to have to follow this a little bit loosely. It was in my back pocket all day, so it's swassy. But before I start, there is some thank yous I'd like to owe to the parents of the bride and groom, Rich, Jane, Pam, and Keith. It's a beautiful wedding, a beautiful day, and couldn't have been done without your hard work and support, so thank you guys. But for those of you, as Kristen said, who don't know me, I'm Tyler. I was neighbors with the Decaluwe's growing up. I think they moved in when I was 3 years old or something like that, sometime in the late 80s, so I've had a lot of time to get to know them, and I know the whole Decaluwe family really well. Adam, Nicole, and everybody. In fact, Nicole, she was my babysitter growing up. She babysat me and my sister, and we were kind of reminiscing about it the other night. She said to me, you know, Tyler, I didn't think you could get any cuter than you were when you were a baby, but somehow you managed to. So, thank you, Nicole. You've always been such a huge supporter of mine. And Mrs. Decaluwe, she worked at my elementary school. So she had the distinct pleasure of trying to keep me out of the principal's office during the day and out of her pantry after school. So it's an important job you had. You did a great job. And Mr. Decaluwe, if anybody's ever been in the same room as me and him at the same time, you've obviously heard the booger story. And if you haven't heard the booger story, I think you will in about 3 or 4 Guinnesses. But as much as all of the Decaluwe's really loved and adored me, me and Casey were always the closest. He was my best friend growing up, and he was a few years older than me. So I always kind of looked up to him. I really admired him. And in fact, I wanted to do anything that he did. So Casey played soccer, so I played soccer. Casey got Doc Martens, so I begged my mother to buy me Doc Martens. Casey got a bowl cut, so I got a bowl cut. That is not a good look for me. Okay? So I was even doing things that weren't cool just to try and be like him. But tonight we are here to celebrate Casey and Shannon together. Right. Isn't that cute? True love. When you know, right? You guys ever hear people say that? When you know, you know? You know, I haven't had the first-hand experience to tell you whether that's true or not. However, I can tell you that there's a moment in a best friend's life when you know, you know. When you know that it's time that your best friend has made his match, and you have to kind of share him now. And in fact, sorry. Share time. And in fact, I can kind of pinpoint the exact moment that I knew, if you will, that I knew it was time for me to pass off my best friend. I remember Casey, he had called me on the phone, and he said, hey, I met a girl named Shannon. She's one of Letty's friends. She's really cool. I really like her. And you need to meet her. So once kind of the initial shock wore off, I picked the phone back up and said, Casey, you still there? And I said, okay, let's figure out a time. So Casey, being his unique, original self, he said, why don't we have a drink at Kaiser's? I said, okay, that's a good idea. So I went to meet Shannon for the first time, and I was excited, and a little nervous, just kind of like to see him. So we go there, and Casey says, Shannon's Tyler, Tyler's Shannon. I said, oh, I've heard so much about you, it's so great to meet you. So we had sat down, we had a drink, and we kind of just started getting to know each other. Talked about where you're from, where you went to school, so-and-so. And then Shannon said to me, she said, what do you do for work? So I told her about my job and where I worked and everything, and I said to her, what about you? What do you do for work? And she looked at me and she said, well, I work at a facility that helps take care of adults with some challenges. And it was at that exact moment that I knew that Casey and Shannon were going to be together forever. And they were absolutely perfect for each other. But, you know, all jokes aside, Casey, you're not just my best friend, you are my brother, and I do love you. And I think most people here are aware that Casey has been fighting some difficult and frustrating health problems over the last year or two. And I got to tell you, Casey, you did it all. You didn't complain about it. You never felt sorry for yourself. And you did it with a smile and a positive outlook on it the whole time. And, you know, I often wondered, how does he do it? How does he stay positive and stay happy when the cards seem to be stacked against him? I thought about it, and half of it was that's just the kind of guy you are. You know, it's just your person. And the other half of it was that you knew the whole time that you had Shannon there with you every step of the way, right by your side. And Shannon, you never wavered once. You always stayed strong when it probably wasn't very easy to do so. And the two of you guys got through that together. So if we could all raise our glasses and toast to Shannon and Casey, getting through life, whatever throws at them, together. Do it together. Thank you guys. Thank you.